A human and women's rights activist who once posed with the Duchess of Sussex for a Vanity Fair photo shoot faces 20 years in jail after allegedly confessing to conspiring with enemies of Saudi Arabia. Loujain Al-Hathlol is among 9 women held during a brutal crackdown in May just as the Desert Kingdom was about to allow women to drive for the first time. At the time, campaigners were bidding to use the lifting of the driving ban as a springboard for further reforms such as ending Saudi Arabia's restrictive male guardianship system and allowing more freedom of speech. But instead they were rounded up, thrown in jail and now face charges of treason that carry the harshest prison sentence, or even the death penalty. Karim Chayeb, Saudi Arabia researcher for Amnesty International, said, "The Saudi authorities don't want any change to come from below. They want to stifle any form of dissent or human rights activism. It appears that the only reforms that are acceptable are those that are coming from above, which is absolutely outrageous." Al-Hathlol's arrest came 2 years after she attended a One Young World humanitarian summit with the then Meghan Markle, Emma Watson, Cher as well as the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. In one picture Meghan was in a group of 4 posing by the water's edge with Al-Hathlol, the poet Fatima Bhutto and former President of Ireland, Mary Robinson. Writing about the summit at the time, Meghan said, "One Young World invites young adults from all over the world who are actively working to transform the socio-political landscape by being the greater good. They are delegates who are speaking out against human rights violations, environmental crises, gender equality issues, discrimination and injustice. They are the change." The activist, who is also a friend of Amal Clooney, was also banned from travel for 5 years, her sister revealed, adding Hathlol cried when she was sentenced and will appeal. "My sister is not a terrorist, she is an activist," Lena said in a statement. To be sentenced for her activism for the very reforms that MBS and the Saudi Kingdom so proudly tout is the ultimate hypocrisy. U.S. State Department spokesman Cale Brown said the United States was concerned by reports of the sentencing. "We've emphasized the importance of free expression and peaceful activism in Saudi Arabia as it advances women's rights. We look forward to her anticipated early release in 2021, he said on Twitter. Jake Sullivan, Biden's incoming national security advisor, appeared to reaffirm the new administration plans to elevate human rights issues in relations with Riyadh. Loujain's sentencing for simply exercising her universal rights is unjust and troubling, Sullivan wrote in a tweet. As we have said, the Biden-Harris administration will stand up against human rights violations wherever they occur. The UN Human Rights Office added the conviction was deeply troubling and called for her urgent release. Rights groups and her family say Loujain, who campaigned for women's right to drive and to end the kingdom's male guardianship system, was subjected to abuse, including electric shocks, waterboarding and flogging. Al-Hathlol, who has 316,000 Twitter followers, was stopped by police as she drove near her university in Abu Dhabi and put on a plane back to Saudi Arabia where she was banned from leaving the country or using social media. Despite not posting any more tweets, she was among 7 Saudis detained 2 months later, 5 women and 2 men who had supported their cause, including a lawyer who had represented Al-Hathlol in the past. Amnesty International revealed the Riyadh authorities had claimed the detainees confessed on June 2 to communicating with Saudi Arabia's enemies, and providing financial and moral support to hostile elements abroad. Meghan Markle has not addressed her friend's arrest. Meghan